We're going to start shutting down the mountain right now. There's going to be a lot of snow at Ski Roundtop. We work 12-hour shifts, and we get tired, and we drink a lot of coffee. I think this year is going to be a great year, and we know the skiers are going to love it.
Welcome to Ski Roundtop.
Oh, yeah.
The whole season's ahead of you, and there's actually snow on the mountain.
First day.
First day, I'm always out the first day, no matter where it's open.
This is the first time in November in a long time.
Skiing's kind of a thing where you can just come and forget everything else. You can just come up and let yourself go. You're skiing down that mountain, you're just kind of not thinking about anything.
I'm glad our long, hot summer is over. It's really good to be back. Hi, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard.
Do I need motion, Phyllis?
The fascination is endless. To dozens who cruise aboard this 158-foot schooner, the Clipper City is a nautical taste of Baltimore.
We are an authentic sailing vessel, which means that we will be raising sails and sailing today. If we should need those life jackets, the crew will sell them to you really cheap.
The ship is 12 years old and is considered Baltimore's tall ship ambassador. But visitors get much more than a ride on the bay. They get hands-on education.
Away! We're starting back here. We're going to put the main, and we'd like to get people involved and sail the boat with us because it's a lot of fun and it's a hell of a lot of work.
Just pull with your arms. Don't go up and down. You'll wear yourselves out.
The way we put the sails up is we start with the mainsail, which is that big mama back there, and then the headsails, which are these two, so that kind of balances the boat out. And then we get the middle one up, which is the foresail, and that's what my friend here is going to help do. Folks, if any of y'all want to jump in and help sail the boat with us.
Keep the same hand position every time. Reach for the same spot so you're not clawing at everybody else and messing up the rhythm.
How's it feeling there, Tim?
Piece of cake. Real heavy pound cake.
But it has character. That's why we're here. That's probably why you're here too. It's just a good chance to see what you want to see and enjoy the sights. Being on an old boat.
Pretty fascinating.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You liking it?
Yeah.
Relaxing for some, hard work for crew members who, along with tying lines,
Ready about, Gabe?
consider this a lifestyle more than a job.
12 to 14 hours a day, 6 days a week. It's hard work.
Helms the lead!
All right, pass the jib.
Is given the people that come to visit Baltimore and school children the opportunity to take part in sailing this vessel.
Topping lift, slower away!
This is a dying or archaic profession, and most people don't get an opportunity to ride a tall ship.
But to ride the wind is to capture the spirit of a long time ago through an experience you'll never forget.
Come see us again. Bye-bye.
Okay, here we go.
The job of getting a hot air balloon off the ground is not chopped liver.
When it gets too much, just let go.
You might even say it's a whopper.
It's a real sesame seed roll, if you will. Coming around. It's an old joke. It's a bad joke.
Mark Johnson pilots the Burger King Whopper.
Just so we don't fly before we're ready to go. Okay, we can start the inflator fan. Put air inside of it. Gives it its shape while it's here on the ground. What this does is help seal the air in right at the beginning so that when we heat the air inside of it, the balloon will stand up. We also can look down in here and make sure that all our lines, interior rigging, is straight. Things are not snarled and snagged. This is called the crown line because it's attached to the very top of the balloon. And by pulling it out, what we're doing is keeping the bottom of the balloon from just collapsing on itself. It weighs so much, the bottom bun weighs so much that if we didn't do that, it would just come down and close off the beginning of it. Let me just show you what we've got in here.
At 65 feet tall and 55 feet wide, this is the only balloon of its kind in the world. Extra heavy because of the lettuce, ketchup, and hand-sewn sesame seeds, and still only takes 2 minutes to inflate.
It is a science lesson in that air expands as it's heated, and then it rises. and anything around it will also rise as well. And we call it flame broiling.
Mark, what do I do to get in?
Well, it's kind of like climbing over a fence. There's no delicate, graceful way to do it. Step right there.
Okay.
Stand up. Put that leg over.
Just hop in.
Just come on in. What has to happen now is we have to heat the air inside of the balloon to the point where it can lift our combined weights off the ground. I release the ropes, and that's how we do that.
What's the most fascinating thing to you about flying?
I think because it's just like it was when it started over 200 years ago. You're not sure where you're going to go, but you're going to have a great time getting there.
I've been here since 8:30 this morning.
By midday, joined by hundreds outside Baltimore's Basilica of the Assumption.
It's like a once-in-a-lifetime thing to me to see Mother Teresa. I was down when the Pope was here. That was a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and I've heard all the wonderful things that she's done.
Waiting to see and hear from a living saint.
In today's world, she is the epitome of leadership and humility. It's not no politics with her.
Well, she's something special. She's something very special, and she's shown every one of us a very good example to love one another, just like Jesus did when he was here on earth.
This is one of Mother Teresa's first public appearances since she broke her collarbone earlier this year, but this is not her first visit to the Archdiocese of Baltimore. Just last December, she attended a mass at Mount St. Mary's Seminary in Emmitsburg, and back in 1992, she dedicated the Gift of Hope, an AIDS hospice here in Baltimore City.
All right, I'll lead the way.
Today, she returns for a special mass.
Good afternoon, sisters. Good afternoon, sisters.
35 members of the religious community of sisters she founded in 1950 in Calcutta
Good afternoon, sisters. Good afternoon.
Have a beautiful day.
renew their vows. The missionaries of charity serve God by serving the poorest of the poor.
Mother Teresa, here are some of the wonderful people of Baltimore.
But even before the 3 p.m. Mass, the 85-year-old Nobel Peace Prize winner reaches out to those who are just in the neighborhood.
I believe in a family that prays together, stays together.
Inside, religious pageantry befitting royalty.
Here and now, in the presence of my sisters, and into your hands.
But these women pledge a life of poverty, believing the only way to help the poor is to be among them.
And when we die and go home to God, we'll again hear Jesus say, I was hungry and you gave me to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me to drink. I was naked and you clothed me. I was homeless and you took me in. I was sick and in prison and you visited me. It's wonderful that we can do that 24 hours to Jesus. Pray for us that we may continue God's work with great love. God bless you all.
One woman's mission, begun more than 40 years ago amid the poverty and filth in front of a Calcutta hospital, now shared directly by more than 4,000 sisters and brothers around the world, and in the hearts of countless others.
Oh, he's a friend of mine.
A journey of the soul with no destination, only so many stops along the way. In Baltimore, Craig Demchek, Fox 45 News at 10.
Games are $325 per person per game. Shoes are $225 a pair.
Oh, well, we're bowling doubles, and this is what I do every summer. I love bowling. Just like a hug is dip it to slap.
So you have league bowlers for the first shift, but just some average, ordinary people. Nothing special.
You ever shot this light show?
Yeah, we did it a couple of times. Really enjoyed it. The only bad thing is the music's loud.
fine. And you got music, you got these nuts.
Oh yeah! With all Cosmic Queens.
It's the future of open bowling.
One more, Phil, one more strike, one more strike. I never really thought I could have this much fun bowling. Hey, I want some of that.
It's Elegant City and there's not much else to do around here. Oh, that was poor. Because if you're just bowling, it's not that fun, but when you're throwing some music and lights everywhere and some smoke, it sort of makes it a little more challenging and fun.
Elite bowling is more serious. The Cosmic bowling is for a good time.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will conclude Cosmic.
Cosmic is fun. It's put a lot of the fun back into the sport of bowling.
Thank you and have a good night.
All right, you're going to come back next week, too.